Bittensor is trying to become the Ethereum of AI, and we need to talk about it before it is too late. Hey guys, Foxy is Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and today we are talking about Bittensor, or you might know it as TAO. We're going to look at what the project is, what they focus on. We're going to look at some of the things they are doing in recent times, look at market structure, and then we're going to call it a day for the video. All right, so let's look at some of the things they have been doing the last few days. So mainnet has been upgraded. Bittensor released a massive upgrade to their system. All right, absolutely massive. You can read about it all here if you want on their Twitter. I'm not going to bore you with that, but it's important to see that a project listens to the community. It sees what is bad, what is wrong, what is missing, and it tries to improve on those things. All right, next thing, billionaire Barry Silbert, one of crypto's earliest entrepreneurs, is betting big on the convergence of crypto and AI. And as we know, Bittensor has to do with AI, and I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. But if he's big on AI and he's a billionaire, who are we to not look at what he thinks about it and say, maybe this is something we need to look into also, right? And a massive thing for Bittensor is the halving. It is speculated to be in about 80 days, December 11th. And if you're asking yourself, what is a halving? Well, it's basically where the block reward given to miners is cut in half. And if you want a further explanation, basically it happens every 4 years. Like say Bitcoin also had it, right? And what it does for a crypto is, let's just say it makes it more scarce, right? Because if you are having it, that means there's less of it. That means there's less of it to mine, which means it's harder to get, which means price increases, right? If you have less gold in the world to mine, that means gold becomes more expensive, right? And usually we know that a halving causes a increase in price. You can look at it with Bitcoin in the past. Usually, most of the times, a halving was a good thing and it caused the price of it to go up. So if we're 80 days out, that's still plenty of time to get in before a possible spike to the upside, right? It also increases security a little bit because it will weed away the small miners. So less miners, more security. So better things with a halving, right? So Bittensor, it is down a little bit in the last 7 days. Same with market cap, same with volume. It's ranked 37 out of 9.5 thousand cryptos. It is on all the biggest exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, Mexi, Crypto, all of these. That's good. That's what we need for one of the big dogs in the game, right? All right, so Bittensor. What even is Bittensor and why should you look into it? Basically, Bittensor is a decentralized blockchain network designed to create a marketplace for AI. So instead of it being centralized and owned by a few companies, they want to make it accessible for everyone in a decentralized network. All right. So they are creating basically an open marketplace for AI. So if you are big on AI, if you see AI being a big thing in the future, TAO is something you need to look into because they are one of the pioneers of AI in the game. Okay. They have a good network. They want to make it decentralized. They have a good team behind them, and we are pretty early on in the stages of TAO. As you can see, they released February of 2025. So for a project that is pretty early on, right? And if we look at market structure, the first thing we can see right away is this weekly fair value gap, an imbalance in price. We can also pretty much, if you look to the left, see that there is this balanced price range form, but I'm not going to bore you with that today. But basically, we see price tap into this fair value gap and it respects it and it goes to the upside. What does that mean? That means I don't think we are trading below here. So I do not think price is going to close below and do something like this. All right. What I do see price doing, however, is tapping it once again and eventually making its way to the upside, right? So what I want to see happening now is forming some higher highs, because now we are forming lower highs. We have a lower high here, we have a lower high here, we have a higher low, and we have a higher low here. So what do I want to see now? Something like this, another higher low, and then eventually a higher high, right? And when we get that higher high, that means we are in a bullish range. If we look at it in the next upcoming day on the daily chart, what can we see? I can see that we have these equal highs right over here. So I want to see price close above these equal highs and eventually start making our way up, because then we have changed to a bullish bias, right? So do I think this is a good time to enter? Yeah. If you want to wait to enter in this zone, if it hits that zone, that's completely fine with me also. You know, I do think it's a good buy now. I do think it's a good buy here. We're not too high up, and I do think in the next coming months we're taking out all-time highs anyways. So it is a good opportunity to buy. I see this project 2 to 5x within the next year and a half. So that is my goal, 2 to 5x. If you're big on AI, if you believe in AI, have a look at this project. Remember to do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.